Hi little skeletons, it is Disney Queen Skelly here. Welcome back to the reacting videos. So today we're going to be reacting to another fandom juice video. Frozen is an asexual movie. Let's get into it.
Many YouTubers have already made videos discussing whether or not Elsa from the Frozen franchise could be asexual. However, there hasn't been any real deep dive into the topic, and I want to take things a bit further than simply talking about Elsa's sexuality and also talk about the prominent asexual themes intertwined in both of the Frozen films to prove that the Frozen franchise is an asexual franchise. First,
I love that we're pulling things from the movie to prove this theory that they're going to be talking about today. As you guys know, my channel is an LGBTQIA plus friendly, supportive channel, so something like this is absolutely wonderful. If there is asexual representation in Disney, I am all here for it.
what even is asexuality for those who don't know? Asexuality is the complete or partial absence of sexual attraction. It is different from celibacy in the fact that it isn't a choice someone makes, but is instead of just the way someone is. There is nothing wrong or broken about a person who is asexual, and it is just as valid as any other type of sexual orientation. Also,
Why do I want to cry? This is so amazing.
just like any other sexual orientation, it is on a spectrum, so there are many different ways to be asexual. Asexual people are just as capable of love and are able to have meaningful relationships, and some are even able to still experience romantic attraction. The only connecting thread between everyone on the ace spectrum is that they have a complete or partial absence of sexual attraction. They are also all dragons and eat cake. Elsa's sexuality isn't something touched on in either Frozen film, so why do I think Elsa is asexual? After all, the aces are kind of in a war with the lesbians for claim over Elsa. Well, I think
I personally haven't heard about the lesbian claim for Elsa. I don't think I ever really have gone over it either. If I have found it in a Disney Theories thing, I don't quite remember, but I don't really see much in the way of proof of Elsa being a lesbian. If you guys have different theories, please let me know in the comments below.
Is asexual for a number of reasons. First, all of Elsa's songs could be interpreted as being about coming out and the fear associated.
One thing I will say for those of you who might still be confused on asexuality, obviously confused as in you don't understand it, please go do your research for one, and for two, I'm going to recommend a show for you guys that I've personally seen that I think is a wonderful representation of aces. Please go watch BoJack Horseman. I don't know exactly what season the character comes out as asexual. I don't really want to give much away in terms of a spoiler. I know their face was shown kind of at the beginning, but go watch BoJack Horseman and this character's particular journey on finding out what asexuality really is and their way of coming around to it.
Doing so, I think this is important to note despite not having anything to do with asexuality specifically, because it helps to root her as LGBTQ as opposed to straight. For instance, her bit in The First Time and Forever and Into the Unknown are about coming out, while Let It Go and Show Yourself are about finally doing it and expressing who you truly are. Listen to those songs from this perspective and tell me if you don't see it. Furthermore, Elsa's actress Idina Menzel is very outspoken about LGBTQ rights, so it just kind of makes sense. Second, Elsa could not understand that Anna did have feelings for Hans. Sure, Hans turned out to be evil, so we don't...
So in terms of the first one with the coming out songs, I like the idea of that, especially because it's hard for a lot of people to come out to their families as, anything but straight. If you're bisexual, gay, ace, transsexual, or transgender, or whatever your case may be, it is hard for people to do that. I mean, for me, I didn't come out to anybody until I was maybe 16. 4 years of just being hidden away, not really wanting to let anyone know I was bisexual is hard. It was hard, but now it's easier for me because I now understand myself more as a bisexual person, and I know it's not my personality, it's just part of who I am as a person. And I think that is something that, I hope a lot of people, whether you're out, or you're wanting to come out, or it's very hard for you to come out, or you're just not wanting to at all, know that it's okay. You don't have to come out. You don't have to. There are no expectations for you guys. You're loved no matter what. And, what you choose to do with your sexuality, whether you want to keep it to yourself or you want to explore it, that's on you. And no matter what you choose, the only thing I ask is that you guys be safe and be smart about it.
Blame Elsa for not letting Anna get married to Hans in hindsight, but that doesn't change the fact that at least for a brief period of time, Anna did have feelings for Hans, even if those feelings were not reciprocated. So why couldn't Elsa understand that? If she simply criticized Anna for being too hasty, that would be one thing, but she takes things even a step further and suggests that Anna might not know what love is.
Fine. You can't marry a man you just met. You can if it's true love. Anna, what do you know about true love?
Sure, she might be more cautious about relationships than Anna, but that does not give her the right to invalidate Anna's feelings. Not gonna lie, Elsa is kind of a jerk here. However, not being able to understand how a person could look at someone and fall in love with them is a common sentiment among the asexual community. It doesn't give them the right to invalidate other people's feelings, but it's a common sentiment nonetheless. Also, several lines by characters in both films seem to confirm that Elsa is asexual.
So in regards of Anna falling in love with with Hans so quickly, even me personally, I was like, yo. Like, I get the whole trope of Disney, like, oh, Prince Charming, marry me, it's only been 3 days. But I kind of saw that as Elsa looking out for her sister more than I really saw it as something to attack her. The what do you know about love thing is kind of a personal attack, especially because, like they said, Anna or Elsa shouldn't really be saying things like that because Elsa doesn't know what's going on in Anna's brain. I've had instances where I thought I'd fallen in love with someone right away and it just wasn't true, and I jumped the gun too quickly, and I've ruined relationships that way. I think in a messed up way, Elsa was just really trying to care for her sister and wanting what's best for her, but she didn't approach it properly.
Since Hans in the first movie makes a remark about how no one was getting anywhere with Elsa romantically, however refuses to elaborate.
As 13th in line in my own kingdom, I didn't stand a chance. I knew I'd have to marry into the throne somewhere. As heir, Elsa was preferable, of course, but no one was getting anywhere with her.
This presumably includes both women and non-binary folk, which rules out Elsa either being a lesbian or bisexual. Also, just listen to this line by Elsa from the second Frozen film.
Who cares about danger when there's love? Anna, kissing won't save the forest.
If that is not early childhood sign of a sexual both asexual, I do not know what is.
Okay, I don't mean to invalidate anybody. This is just my perspective. You can trash me in the comments. With Hans saying that no one was getting anywhere with Elsa, I also want to remind everyone that Elsa was locked up for many, many years, for probably almost 2 decades, because she had an uncontrollable ice power that didn't really come to full control or fruition until the end of the movie. And in terms of the kissing thing, you gotta remember they're kids. Anna probably is that one girl who thinks true love is everything, as did a lot of us little girls and boys did when we were younger when it came to Disney movies, that our true love would sweep us off our feet. But Elsa's probably on the other end of the line, where some of the kids thought that love and kissing was disgusting and yucky, and the only thing they wanted to do was be the hero and scrape their knees and eat dirt.
As mentioned earlier, the asexualness of the Frozen franchise is much bigger than just Elsa. There are several prominent asexual themes that run throughout both movies. For instance, the entire message of the first film was about how there are equally powerful forms of love, as romantic and sexual love, such as sisterly love and the love between friends. The movie actually goes out of its way to define love for us, not in terms of sex or romance, but in terms of self-sacrifice for others.
I don't even know what love is.
That's okay. I do. Love is putting someone else's needs before yours. Like, how Kristoff brought you back here to Hans and left you forever.
Kristoff loves me?
Wow, you really don't know anything about love, do you?
Olaf, you're melting.
Some people are worth melting for.
This is a direct referendum from the trope in Disney movies where the romantic lover would swoop in at the last moment and save the heroine from all her problems. We also cannot ignore the themes of being labeled as existing outside.
I just want to say that Olaf quote still gets me, the some people are worth melting for. It's such a sweet moment.
Of normal human experience and being labeled as cold-hearted. These are things that asexuals have to deal with every single day, and are also themes that the movie seemingly intentionally tries to confront.
But she froze your heart.
The only frozen heart around here is yours.
So what do you think? Do you think Elsa's asexual? Let us know down in the comments. And if you like Frozen, then check out some of our other videos, because
I'm kind of curious if there are comments on this video, what they are. Alright, so it looks like we have about 17 comments. This one says, I am asexual and I really relate myself to Elsa here. I feel isolated in my life. Elsa seems more aromantic than asexual. Of course, Elsa is warm, cold, and haughty. Good lord. I think Elsa just doesn't have time for love. All humans want sex. Me. Yucky, what is that fantasy thing? Anyway, great point. Elsa isn't asexual, she's just a lesbian, honestly. Okay, so we're gonna explore this one. I mean, it is a valid opinion and there is a lot of evidence supporting it. I just disagree. You know you can be both, right? Fair. Okay, yeah, that's a fair point. This is yet another example of fandom just promoting the woke liberal agenda. Oh, wow, that's rude. Oh, is that Carl? That looks like Carl. Shut up, Carl. We've heard about Carl in the past. Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna say it as I say with everything. Please be kind in the comment section down below about this, because I know topics like this can be it can be very divided. So just please be polite, be respectful in the comments if you guys want to say anything. This video will be linked in the description box below, as well as the channel that I got it from. Please go show your love to Fandom Juice. They are an absolutely wonderful channel. I love watching their videos, and I know you will too. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, little skeletons. Please stay safe. And I love you guys.